Poll question for this day, Seton O'Connor, is...
It sort of goes right along with that, actually.
Oh.
What's the best NFL head coaching job available right now?
Okay.
Your options are, obviously, Dan.
So this is if we were picking, which would we pick? The best opening. Okay.
Yeah, you got Panthers, Cardinals, Colts, Broncos, Texans.
Okay. Let's see. So I've got the Colts. The Colts, it feels like they're closer than anybody else. The Colts or the Broncos feel like they're close to being competitive, being a playoff team. New ownership with Denver, Russ's contract. The Colts need a quarterback. They do have some talent there. Colts had the 4th pick in the draft?
Yeah, they're in pretty good shape for second or third quarterback off the board.
Broncos have no picks. Texans have the 2nd pick. I don't know about the front office or ownership there. I don't know what other talent they have there. Cardinals, do you want to coach Kyler Murray? You got a roster, but then DeAndre Hopkins, I think, wants to be traded. And then you got the Panthers. Panthers have some defensive players. They have a couple of good young wide receivers. I might say Texans because it's I got everything that I want. I'm going to get paid, and I can rebuild. Hopefully, with the help of the front office and ownership doesn't get involved. Colts feel like they're close, but then the Broncos. Okay, what is it that Russ is not doing? That team had a lot of talent, or at least gave the impression they had a lot of talent. Because remember, Aaron Rodgers, if he doesn't go to Green Bay, he's probably going to Denver. And then Nathaniel Hackett got the job, and then we thought, okay, maybe that's where he's going to go. Now Nathaniel Hackett is going to the Jets as their quarterback's coach or offensive coordinator. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets? Question mark. Yes, Seton.
Do you have any concern about taking the Broncos job just because you're signing yourself up to face Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean, you're part of the rebuilding process here or whatever, right? Or you got to turn around this crappy team. And you're like, okay, now let's look at who we're going to be playing.
You got the Chiefs twice. The Chargers are still good.
Yeah.
The Raiders are going to get a quarterback. And if are they going to get an upgrade from Derek Carr? You're going to get Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Jimmy G. They got a lot of talent.
Because the competition sounds awesome, and you're like, oh, these are all great games, except for when you're on the downside.
Yeah.
And they're all on the upside.
Yeah. Also, David Tepper is new to the game. He's the owner of the Carolina Panthers. I don't want my owner saying, we'll give Sean Payton whatever he wants. No, that's not what you do. You want to say that privately when he comes in and you have a conversation? I mean, sometimes I wonder about the guys who made $1 billion to buy a team, what their business acumen is, their logic. Why say publicly we're going to give him whatever he wants? Because he wants $20 to $25 million. Okay? You're going to give Belichick makes 20. You're going to give Sean Payton $20 to $25 million to come in? Now, you have the money. Doesn't, count against the salary cap. But that's where, as an owner, I mean, be a little bit more stealthier. Because Sean Payton comes in, you can give him a presentation that says, all right, Sean, what do you want? Tony Dungy was with us yesterday, and he said Sean Payton is not interviewed. He does the interviewing. He's going to come in and say, all right, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I want to be paid. How many owners come out and say, we'll give you whatever you want? Not many. It's not a great business strategy, but I would say, Sean, come on in. I want you to tell me what you need to be successful. Okay. And then he's going to go, and I want $20 to $25 million. He wants a 4-year deal, reportedly, for $100 million. Okay. Yes, Eden.
One of the things that sort of follows the story of Sean Payton and how much money he wants is almost always in the next line of like, so more than Bill Belichick? So the guy who's won 6 Super Bowls, more than that? But we kind of barely do that. We do it a little bit with, say, quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like Kirk Cousins. Oh, so you're going to make more than Tom Brady? So the guy who's won those 7 Super Bowls, you're going to make more than him then? Okay. It seems unfathomable for a head coach, but for a quarterback, it's kind of like, well, yeah, that's a going rate.
Yes, but we didn't know what Belichick made for a long, long time.
And that number still isn't even
and
really...
I don't know.
I don't even really know if 20 million is the right one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right. But then when you hear that, it's like, okay, what's Belichick make? Because that seems like an awful lot for my head coach, that I'm going to give you 20 to 25 million. Sean's a great coach. You're bringing him in to coach Carolina. How long is it going to take to turn this around? What do they have, the 8th or 9th overall pick?
Yeah, and they were 2 games away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, in a bad division.
Bad division. I kind of disagree on the Tepper thing. I kind of like his ownership style of, hey, I'm open for business. I'm going to go for the biggest ticket. And I think it emboldens the fan base. I compare it like to Steve Cohen of the Mets, the new guy. He said, look, checkbook's open. And now they're in the playoffs, and now they're a competitive team. They've got 20 more wins than before he got there. I think that plays well with free agents,
But I don't
too.
need to say that. If the job is great.
He wants to be beloved by the fans. A lot of owners want to be beloved. And if you announce, I'm here to open up the checkbook.
Okay, but what if you don't get him? What's it say about your franchise? We gave him everything and he didn't want to come here.
I guess it says to the fans, I gave it our best shot because all I care about is winning. It's like the owner of the Golden State Warriors. He's not losing money, but overspending, and it's working.
Yeah, but they're winning championships.
Yeah.
But Carolina's not doing anything.
He's kind of the new guy, though.
It just feels like it's not desperate, but you don't need to put everything out there. Hey, whatever it takes. Why do you say it publicly? You don't have to. Just say, hey, we want, now if you're saying I'm going to curry favor with the fans and they're going to go, well, at least you tried. But what's it say about your franchise if you gave him everything and he doesn't want to go there? Yes,
Well, that's the thing. Like the Sean Payton number, asking $25 million for 4 years, or a year for 4 years, is fine. But to me, it's like if you have the audacity to ask for that, what else are you asking for? Yeah, because that's not the only thing that comes with it. That's just the public thing that we think we know.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I'm sure there's a gajillion more add-ons that are probably more audacious.
Yes, Paul.
I'm very confused whether I'd want to work for Jim Irsay or not. He seems fun. He seems cool. I love his music collection, all that. But he seems like a very much of a wild card owner. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We've had him on before. He talks music, talks football. But the Jeff Saturday decision, it makes you question him.
Well, Tony Dungy said yesterday he still feels like Jim Irsay wants to make Jeff Saturday the head coach. That would concern me because I don't think Jeff showed any signs of, being a great coach or being able to handle this. Now, he might say, hey, let me have a full season, training camp, bring in my own guy, in fairness to him, but they weren't good at all. Yes, Eden.
And that I agree with the sort of like youthful enthusiasm of new owners, right? David Tepper and Steve Cohen and those guys, right? But I've watched more than enough sports documentaries to know that about a year or two into the new owner who's like, let's just throw all this money around and we're going to spend all this, we're going to do all this stuff. All of a sudden they're like, so we can't sustain this. We need to cut expenses.
That's the Mikhail Prokhorov story with the Nets. Let's trade out our franchise's entire future for some old Celtics dudes. And a couple years later, I gotta bounce. I'm out.
And once again, you make your billions, but you're not smart. You're not basketball smart or football smart. These guys make their money. I don't know if you have the business acumen to run a football team. It's like, yeah, that's our guy. Prokhorov's like, yeah, let me make this trade and bring those washed up Celtics in here. Yeah, what? It didn't work out. I'm out of here. Yeah, Paul.
I think people think, at least NFL people think, that the Rooney family is the smartest ownership or most respected ownership, the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they don't overspend.
They've had 3 coaches.
Yeah, and they don't fire coaches, and they're very patient. But it's like, how does another team imitate what the Steelers do? We're not going to spend a lot, but we're not going to spend.
Have ownership stay out of the football decisions.
Is that what they do?
When's the last time you heard Rooney's being quoted? Get in front of a microphone. It doesn't happen.
It's true.
They let you do your job. If I bring Mike Tomlin in, Mike, do your job.
So the Steelers are basically the mirror image of the Cowboys. They're not ostentatious. They're more fan-friendly, simple stadium, great place to hang out, tailgate, don't overspend.
Yeah.
No 89-foot jumbotron
And success.
and an actual GM running.
Yeah,
the team.
they have success.
Yep.
Sustainable success. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. That's unbelievable. To have what are we dealing with? 50 years of football?
It's like being a Supreme Court justice.
Yes.
You get the job there, you're set for life.
That's a great point.